Hi, good morning. Welcome to Exactly So. My name is Jen. Today is the 24th of June, 2021. Today I have some cross stitching, I have some knitting, I have a pattern and some fabric to show for sewing. I have an announcement about the stitch along with the Tiny Martinus for this year's Halloween stitch along, and a little bit of something to show for that. I am stitching along with Helen Duffin, who is Sprite966 here on YouTube and everywhere else on the internet. And anybody else who's joining the Tiny Modernist Stitch Along. Yeah, so I guess we'll get started. Right, so let's kick it off. I'm going to have a little bit of coffee. I'll talk very briefly about why I haven't been here in 2 weeks. Basically, there's been a whole lot of construction-y, painting, all sorts of stuff going on, and frankly, I needed a break from recording because it does consume almost an entire work day for me. And so I needed to break from that. So apologies to anybody who's disappointed, but I can't really do anything about that. I have my own life stuff and, you know, have to do things. So yeah, so it's been very busy here. We have contacted the neighbors to let them know that we are going to be putting the house up for sale. That's going to happen in 2 weeks. So they actually have 2 weeks to decide whether they want to buy the place or not for the price that we gave them. And yeah, so we have viewed 2 houses, neither of which we deemed right for us. And we're viewing a third on Saturday, so fingers crossed it'll go. My appointment for the tests were rescheduled and they didn't happen on Monday, so I'm just waiting for a letter from my doctor and the hospital, and they'll tell me when it's been rescheduled for. So we've got that. Today is my grandson Hugo's 4th birthday, so happy birthday, Hugo. I hope that you have a really wonderful day, and hopefully your package will arrive because DHL says it's getting loaded on a truck today. Anyway, it's just not reliable. Use the post office if you're in the UK because they're reliable. Yeah, so I didn't do my summer movie thing I said I was going to do. I'm really sorry, everybody. I do apologize for making promises and not keeping them. But life interfered, so sorry. Anyway, now that that's out of the way and I've eaten up a shed load of your time with nonsense, we'll get to it. So let's talk about the cross stitching first. And I have one out because I was actually cross stitching on it this morning. So let me just move this down. This is the trying to shift things without shaking the camera. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to be showing the Blackwork Angel. This is a Prairie Schooler pattern. Sorry, not in front of my face. These are Prairie Schooler patterns. I am currently working on the Angel with the Harp. Yeah, she's really actually quite pretty. It's this one right here by my index finger. So yeah, that is that. So I got quite a bit of work done on her in the last couple of days. Just so everybody knows, I've just sat for like the last couple of days, done some things here that I, you know, needed to get done early in the morning, and then I sat down. So since the last time you've seen it, I've made a bit of progress on her. There we go. So she had none of that. No arms, no back cloak, no front cloak, and the stars. They're all done. So I am super pleased with the progress on this. I like her gold cape. She is infinitely more gold than any of the other ones. So yeah. So this would make number 4 when this gets done, and I plan to finish this today. That's the 4th in the series of 8. So I'm halfway home, which is super great. Not because I'm trying to rush through it, but because halfway home for me on that means that I can set that down and concentrate on the new Tiny Modernist cell over the summertime, and my 1692, which I'm going to show you. because I've gotten a few letters done. So this next pattern is that Rovaris October 31st pattern. There we go. Sorry, I'm stretching. I've just got stuff on the floor here in front of the camera. But yeah, so that's Rovaris. They're an Italian company. As I say every single time, Kim's gotten hers done, and it is just lovely. She's such a good cross stitcher, Kim. Her things are beautiful, and the way she displays them and dresses them up, they're just fantastic. She's fab. I especially like her Easter things. They're pretty special, actually. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna take this out. I got a deal on some bamboo frames on Amazon. I got 3 of them for £7.99, and just so everybody knows, in case you're not aware, there is a bamboo shortage right now. So if you are gonna buy hoops, I would suggest you do that now, because the price is gonna go up exponentially probably in the next few months. So the last time you guys saw it, I think I had the letter E done. Now I've got F and G, and I have started the H. Here, let me try to shift a little bit closer. So there's those letters. Yeah, I sat down and, ooh, look at all the strings on at the bottom. Yeah, I sat down and tried to get that done as quickly as I could. So yeah, I'm super pleased with it. I think it's starting to look fairly charming. Mine's never gonna look as good finished as Kim's, unfortunately. I don't have that kind of framework to slip mine into, so I'm still, I'm still thinking, just do the cutting board idea and, mount it on this stuff that Kim actually introduced me to, which is it's called mounting board, I think. Kim, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's not mounting board, shout out. So I'm going to do that and put it on a big wooden cutting board with some bows and probably some kind of aged looking key or something like that, just to make it, look at least remotely close to how wonderful Kim's looks. So yeah, so that's those 2 things. Oops, might want to put that back with my stuff left. I don't know if you guys can see under this. Oh, you can see under here. So this box right here, this has got all my paper crafting stuff in it, which I have done. Sorry. Hi, Helen Duffin. You just text me. I'll answer you in a minute, buddy. So it's got some of the stuff that I used this weekend to work on the advent calendar, which is fantastic. I'm so excited to have that done. Really, to be honest with you, I want it done so I can put it away in its big container and put it in the basement, so it's not out everywhere. But then, and this box right here, as you can see on the top, has patterns in it, and then they're kind of organized for the ones that I use most frequently go on the top. Yeah. So sorry. And then my garbage can, which I don't think you can see, and then you can see my cutting mats and my rulers all there. So yeah, and Olaf. So what are we going to show next? Next we will show the pattern. So I think I showed this pattern last time. I got the magazine for it. It was from Love Sewing. It's McCall's M8067, and I've got fabric. I've got Halloween fabric for this shirt. I am still unclear whether I'm going to make one with a collar or one without, and the one in the actual physical picture is without. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do A or C. I definitely can't do B because I don't have enough fabric. But it's one or the other of those. Hopefully that will focus. There we go. So yeah, so the fabric that I've chosen for that, you're good. Okay, get ready because it's going to make your eyes pop. But I have this sort of Argyle Halloween inspired orange and black. I'm pretty sure it's going to be A, the actual live picture. that I'm gonna make for this, but I thought, oh my god, how colorful is that? It's got buttons, so maybe I'll get some fancy buttons for it. But yeah, and to be honest with you, it's going to be a quick sew. The only problem with this fabric is because it's so patterned, it's not plaid, but you know, near enough, is pattern matching. So I watched a bunch of videos last night when I went to bed about pattern matching, and basically what they say is, so if you've got a piece of the pattern that has to be done on the fold, duplicate that pattern piece, you know, make it a full piece instead of one that goes on the fold and then opens up, and then lay it out as a whole unit on a single layer of fabric. And then you do the same with, you know, the two pieces. So for that top particularly, there'd be two sleeves and then the two fronts and the back. So fingers crossed I can get all of that on that piece of fabric that I've got there. If I can't, then I'll probably shorten up the sleeves a bit, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that works too. I can always wear a turtleneck or something under it, or just a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt. But yeah, so that's that. Goodness. If I sound rushed, I am a bit. I have more painting to do, and yeah. And my husband's depending on me. Right, Helen Duffin? Yes, I'm okay, darling. I am okay, but I'll answer you too. I'm alright. I'm just a little, I look it, I'm just a little tired. And I'm sorry I didn't fuss over my face and my hair and do my makeup and all that stuff, but I'm about to get covered in white satin paint, so I don't really care. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, no, we'll save that for next week. So the next thing I'm going to show is the red, white, and blue sock that I am knitting. This is from Schockemeyer. It is a Cityscapes colorway. I show this every time. Garden City color, sorry. It's that design line. There we go. I love this. I do love the color in this. I really do. If I could get another pair of socks out of it, I would. The part number, and I don't know if you can get any more of this, but there's the numbers that you need. And there's Blossom. Blossom, can you stop, please? Thank you. Blossom, can you stop, please? Thank you. What are you doing? Ugh. Can you come here? Hi. Blossom, can you come here? Hi. How are you? Would you like to come up and say hi to everybody? Where'd you go? Oh, hello, little person. Want to say hi? Mwah. Say hi, everybody. Hello. Are you okay? All right, well, Blossom's here now. Can you say hi? Thank you. I love you, too. Hi. You want your pillow, don't you? Hi, beauty. Can you say hi? So Blossom's been feeling the sting of remodeling as well, because, aww, she hasn't had a ton of attention paid to her over the last couple of weeks. Have you? No. Plus she got ill, which wasn't good. Do you want to get down and go stay on the bed? Yeah, so where were we? We were talking. Good job, Blossom. So I showed the wool, yes, and I showed the other sock. So we have knit up the rest of the foot and turned the heel. That happened on Tuesday. I just started, and I think the last time you all saw this, it was about here. So I done that, turned the heel. I knit the first patterned row, and I think I have 65 rows to 60 rows, and then 12 rows of knit 2 purl 2, and that will be done. And now that I have shown that, I'm going to talk to you before I show you the Ouija Sal, or not the Ouija Sal, because that was last year, the Tiny Modernist Sal, and I'll reveal the name of it, and if you don't already know. But before that, my husband said to me when we were kind of going through living room things, and, or if you're English or Scottish or Irish or Welsh, it's a lounge. And I have a lot of projects on the go right now. Not Helen Duffin, a lot of projects. Jeez, wept. Marianne Joseph, not that many. But I have a few. I don't know how she keeps track of that stuff, but she does, and she gets it done. Don't know how. Don't know how you do it. Anyway, my husband's like, and he was like trying to be super nice, but it turned into snide. He says to me, well, maybe if you didn't have so many projects going on, you know, maybe pick one thing up and finish it and then go to the next thing. Because I had my basket full of my projects. And it was obviously aggravating him. And I don't know why, because, you know, I don't say anything about the state of his man cave. I should insert a picture here, but I won't, because I'd be too embarrassed to show you the state of his man cave. Because he never dusts down there, and he never vacuums down there, and it's disgusting. But he uses it, and there you go. Sorry. Anywho. But I did listen, and I did take to heart what he was saying to me. And that is why the socks and the cross stitches got picked up this week. And I'm just working, you know, I can't say monogamously because I'm working on 3 things, but trinogamously, is that a word? Anyway, I am working on those 3, and my intention is to finish those 3 items up, and then move on to the next. However, the socks are the top of the list, not the cross stitching right now. Basically because I need to get that summer top done, and that is sitting there, and what I'd like to do is finish the sock and then sit down for an entire day and just finish that top. I did find though, because I haven't knit like steadily in a elongated period of time, that my wrist did start to hurt here. I don't get the carpal tunnel thing. I get pain here in my wrist and my hand. So I did, you know, take a break from it, put Voltaro cream on it, which is basically an aspirin cream here. It's like aspirin cream in America. And yeah, I just started to work on that, and that's what I did. That's how I started accomplishing things. But I haven't, I did that Tuesday, Wednesday, and those are the 2 days basically that I've crafted since I saw you guys last. Other than that, it's been all painting and touching up and purging cupboards and things like that in anticipation. So anyway, so yeah, so the whole point of that whole diatribe was that I did take into consideration what Ian has said about just pulling one thing instead of spreading myself over a few things. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is try to get all my projects down to like 2 at a time. Don't do anything. I actually pulled my interview with the vampire shawl, so I can work on that as well when I get to the end of August, early September, and then I'm gonna knit away on that. Pixie was interested in that, so I'm really kind of, you know, I really want to start working on that so she can see the evolution of that shawl. Although I must say, I am not too certain about that wool that I dyed, and I would really like to buy the wool for that. But we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of buying wool, I sold a shed load of wool on eBay to a nice lady named Carol, who then sent me pictures of her most amazing miter score blanket. It was beautiful. And she also did like one of those spiral square blankets as well. I mean, it's just stunning. stunning work by this woman. She's amazing. Yeah, so I really enjoyed seeing that. I really, really did. So I have halved my stash of wool, and I did send some off to Helen Duffin, and she received hers. And I have a box. I have a bin of it in the closet that's just black and orange, and a few other little pieces. And I have a box up there that has wool in it, and that is the entirety of my stash that I have left. Very pleased. So yeah, so I just went on about that. But yeah, so Ian's idea of picking a project and just sticking with it, it's a thing. And I think he's right, because there's a lot of things that I have on my needles right now, I mean knitting wise, that I just want to get done because it's not fun for me anymore. It's just, let's just get through it and get it finished. I'm sure I'll love the finished objects, but I just want it done. Also the crochet for the poncho, which I'd really like to wear this autumn, I really want to get that done as well. So it's all kind of a thing, really. So anyway, all right, so the last thing that I want to talk about is the Halloween stitch along from the Tiny Modernist. I'll put a picture probably here of what the front page of that looks like right now. So totally excited. I had emailed her and said, hey, are you gonna do one? And then a couple days later I got an email back saying, yes, Jen, I'm doing one. Probably gonna announce it on Monday. And she did, and I signed up straight away, and Helen got signed up, and everybody signed up. Sorry, my eyes are so dry. Helen and I both went away immediately, and Lovecrafts is having such a good sale on DMC floss. She had indicated that there was a special hand-eye floss that you could use as well, and that's what she did her sample in, but it's very difficult to get it here. You can get 3 of the colors, but not all 4. So in the United Kingdom, we couldn't get all the colors, so decided just to go with the DMC straight up. So Helen got her fabric. I think Helen's stitching on a 14 count. Helen, just put a comment if I'm wrong, but I think she's stitching on 14 count Ada. I am stitching on 16 count Ada. Big mistake on my part. Big, huge mistake. Tiny, tiny, tiny little squares. So it's going to be much like stitching on even weave. So yeah, so I'm going to show you that I got one of the new hoops already, and this is the fabric. Now Kim, you will be happy to know that I have dyed this fabric, and I have sewn around the edge to keep it stable. But yeah, so this came as just, I don't know if you'll be able to see the lighter areas. That was the original color, and I coffee dyed this to model it, so it looks mottly now for sure, for sure. But yep, that's what we got after we coffee stained it. That's not showing very well, but yeah, back here you can see. So yeah, so that's all done. Mark the center with a pin. I guess it will be this way rather than that way. But yep, so I marked the center with a pin so I can count up for the first clue, because this year she's starting at the top and working her way down, which you saw obviously in the pictures. And then I'll show you the bag in a minute. I got the DMC floss from Lovecrafts, and so it is more than black and white this year. We have gray. I don't know if these are going to show unless I put my hand behind, so let's do that. So we have gray, and just a plain old white, which looks blue there. Sorry. Oops. Hang on, I'm losing my dust cover here. And then we have a beautiful kind of gem purple. And, well, of course it's Halloween, so we have to have black. And the last color is this lovely moss green. I love this color, by the way. So we have a moss green here. There we go. Very good indeed. Very good. So those are the colors that will be going into this project. and I made a bag, but I put an end on it with a piece of kind of cardboardy stiff stuff in, so you can see what the name of the sal is. And I just made a plain old sack, really. Kind of looks like a book. And that's what I'm keeping my project in. So everything fits fine. I measured out everything, and yeah. So I am so excited. The first clue is to be released on July 1st. Same as last time, but she actually released it like 2 days early last time, so fingers crossed that she is going to do the same this time, because I'm super excited to get started. And unlike last year, I will be keeping up with that. So getting each month's clue done will be the top of my list until that's done, and then I'll work on something else. Yeah, that's about it. I pulled a couple sewing patterns out because I found some fabric I didn't realize I still had. So I've got some fabric for this kind of drapey dress, and just some capsule wardrobe things that I think it's Simplicity. Here we go. So Simplicity capsule wardrobe stuff. It's mostly C that I really like in this thing, and I might try to make the trousers as well. But yeah. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty much just what I said. Everything's woohoo in my house. So, yeah, I'm really sorry about this. If it's another 2 weeks before my next podcast, please forgive me. Just, we do have so much going on right now. It's a little crazy at my house. So anyway, yeah, I am going to let you all go. I hope you guys have had a super duper couple of weeks, and that you're enjoying. Summer is finally here. It was solstice on Sunday, so I was like so excited. And yes, we were up and about for sunrise, and yeah, it was good. It was really good. I was happy. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm going to let you all go. I hope you're all okay. And I hope you take care of yourselves, and I will see you either next week or the week after, but it will definitely be within 2 weeks. Might be a random day. Who knows? Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.